Hello, hello, hello. I am a little late, but so much going on in these YouTube streets. I'm sure y'all have had enough entertainment for today and tomorrow. It's just too much going on in these YouTube streets. People are really crashing out and doing some crazy stuff. People fight with other people that they don't like, and it's just a mess. Uh, so hey, Black Ubiquity. And I'm trying to stay out the way. I don't want Selena name being brought up and shit. Excuse me. And ish. I want to stay far away from it as much as possible. But Black Ubiquity, I know you see a lot going on in these streets. But I'm just trying to find another way to express myself on this app without getting lost in the sauce, getting into stuff that I don't got no business being into. Um, hey CX, how are you? RS, how are you? Life with Tashana, how are you doing? Ben, yeah, I'm gonna get your name one day, but not today. But I got that part. How's everybody doing today? And peace and what was that? Shalom to you as well. Hope everybody had a good day. But like I say, I was telling Black Ubiquity, I'm learning to find the lane that works for me. And even though, sometimes, hey, Marissa, hi, Philly, how are you? You at work? Have a good day at work. Stay out of trouble. um, I've just been just trying to stay out the way, Philly. It's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. If you look at my title, see, did I speak to you? Uh, Dang, what did I put on my title, y'all? I gotta go back and look at it. Hey, SBK. Y'all ever heard of William Shakespeare? If you are a uh theater, if you go to the theater, or if I would say in your school, you may be played in a uh, you know, theatrical performance doing William Shakespeare, one of his plays, and he had one play called Henry IV. And hey, Randy, and Henry the Fourth. Henry the Fourth had a lot of responsibilities. He was the king. He tried to fill his father's shoes, and do what needed to be done for his country. And when you have a leadership or any type of calling on your life, you're going to have a lot of responsibility given to you. Some of the times you're going to be pulled from every side, in different aspects of your life. And Henry the Fourth, he was battling should he go to war or not. And it was a saying that's as heavy as the, I gotta go look at it. What's up, Rodney? What's up, hubby? Somebody help me out with it. Heavy is the head of the crown or something like that. I need to go back and look at it. I'm not on my computer, so I can't look at what the hell I'm talking about. But I said heavy is the head with the tiara, because I'm not gonna be, tiara. I was trying to be cute with it. I'm not gonna. I don't have the crown, but I have a little tiara, and that's basically, you have a lot of responsibilities in this life that you will have. And when you are talented and gifted in some areas where other people are not, you are definitely gain. What's up, WTAC? Good to see you. You will definitely have a lot of haters. You will have people that will sit back and watch you and study you. I just think of sometimes, like, say for instance, you're in a chat. Hey, Vana, how are you? you're in a chat, you having a good time minding your business. If somebody sitting back watching you in the bushes, then once they sit watching the bushes, then they try to come on the troll account and they say some of the most outrageous things that they want to say to you. And people do that because number one, they are bored with their life. They have nothing going for them, and they see you as some type of threat, or they want your attention in some type of capacity. You either rejected them in some way, or they feel like you think you're better than them. They think there's some type of jealousy there that people have when they sit back and watch you and try to study you on what you do, how you say things. Do you know it'll be a person if you're a content creator? Yes, heavy is that wears the tiara. Thank you. Somebody help me out. Thank you. Heavy is that wears the tiara. Too much is given, much is required. That is a scripture that people have heard. It's very it's used a lot, and it's basically what all of the talents and gifts that you have, all of your responsibilities, the things that you have to take care of in your life, the things that you are steward over. Um, it's going to be required a lot from you. And kings and queens, when they take their, it's time for them to take over the throne, they understand that it's going to be a lot coming at them. They got so many responsibilities, people pulling them everywhere. They got so many decisions to make, and they got to make the right decision. And that's kind of how we are as people. Sometimes God has given some of us talents and gifts, and He's given us responsibilities, whether it's to be a mother, whether it's to be a father or a teacher or a mentor, whatever your responsibilities are, those are God given for you to be a good steward of. And it's not to be wasted because of, if you have insecurities, it's not to be wasted on people that have a lot of demonic energy, and then you feed into it. I have been, I have did, I've been a victim to that, and I hold myself accountable for allowing that to happen because I didn't realize what I had. And what I mean by that, when you are a content creator, or whenever you are on a platform of any kind, or if you're over a leadership, you are responsible for how you entertain people, whether good or bad. You are responsible at making sure that your platform is to show a bit of you, who you are. You're responsible to people that watch you and listen to you to be truly authentic and really mean what you say and say what you mean. You're responsible for the messages that you put out in the atmosphere. You're responsible if you play into being negative with this demonic energy, people that sit back and watch you and critique you and try to find a way to piss you off that day. You're responsible for that. So we as people, whether we have a uh, Zeno, this is not his platform. This is my platform. So you might have to go to Dominic's platform. When you are in positions in your life, you will find out that you're more responsible than you think you are. You're a steward on your time. You know what I'm saying? You a steward of of how you entertain people and the people that you entertain. You're a steward of all of that. When I come on a platform, I'm responsible for how I conduct myself. When I come on here, I don't want to be saying a whole bunch. I don't want to be lying to y'all and telling y'all all these good things and what y'all need to do, and I can't live up to it. I'm responsible for that. So when I understand that as a content creator, you're responsible for your messages and how they come across, then that means I'm going to move a little different on here. I'm not going to move the way other people want me to move. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be engaging in a lot of stuff that is not beneficial to me or to other people that hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to keep myself out of mess. That's why I try to keep it light. That's why I don't say opinions on everything. It's not that I'm scared. I ain't scared of nobody on here. But what I understand is people are looking for something to have a war with you. So if I'm going to be a good steward of my time, I have to make sure with being a good steward of my time that I don't get involved in stuff that would get me in a bad light or put me in a position where I have to react in a negative way. Y'all follow me? What's up, Nancy? So as I go about um, being Selena, and I deal with my responsibilities. I come on here doing what I feel is best for me and my channel. Um, I'm going to separate a lot of myself from a lot of the mess because I feel like too when you get involved in stuff, people judge you. They're gonna judge you anyway, but they're definitely gonna judge you if you say you're not a part of the mess and you wanna help people, encourage people, but you right in the middle of it. They're gonna judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? So even though I can't help people judging me because we all judge, but what I can do is not be a hypocrite. So I'm responsible for how I come across sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it deals with telling you all this positivity and all this encouragement and hey, let's think outside of the box. Let's do something different. But you see me in the middle of the mess, not on the sidelines. Excuse me, not on the sidelines, but right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So um, we gotta be careful as people, as content creators, whether you, like I said, whatever leadership role you have, whatever whatever position you have in life, it doesn't matter. You can be the janitor, you could be a mechanic. You are responsible for something. You are a steward over your time. You are a steward over any responsibility that you have. And I think as sometimes as people, we get lost in the sauce because we are paying attention to the wrong thing. We're paying attention to the wrong thing. And hey, Russell, you said, "What's up, Selena? I got the book title wrong. Book. It's called okay. From the other night. Okay, I got you. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to read that. Hey, Bama, detectable Negro. Okay, thank you. Um, and so I had to really realize me. It's just some places I won't be able to go. And if I have to say I support people, it might be on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that I'm responsible for what God gave me. I got talents and gifts, and I can't waste it coming on here acting a fool, cussing people out like I really want to. Because sometimes I really want to, right? I'm just human, just like you, and I don't be thinking good thoughts a lot of times. So that's why I have to bring myself back because if I don't, I'll go to the far deep end. So I I know that it's gonna be people, whether I'm dead and gone, that will come back and maybe listen to this, and they want to hear something meaningful because there's going to be a time where people are not going to be into the reality show on here. There's going to be a time where people are going to be looking for something real and a real message because the world is in shambles. That's what it's going to come down to. And as human beings, we need to understand that it's not so much I'm trying to get so deep in the stuff, but it's a we have more to give than what I have been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff on here. You can't trust nobody. uh People, you don't know who really like you, who don't like you. And again, this is social media, so we can't, hey Chicky, hey Arabia, we can't get too far into that, right? This is the internet. But then you see all of this stuff going on. You see people pouring out their personal life and in public. You are responsible for your personal life. And to me, hey Captain Wolf, your life, your personal life, what I got going on, that's private and to the people that I trust to get that information to. You can't give that to everybody. So when you do bleed out here and people are hearing your business, um, you are responsible for that. Hey Double Speaks, how are you? Hey O Speaks. You are responsible for that. What's up, CKJ? We are responsible for what we give out. Like, I want to say some things, you know, that might rub people the wrong way, and I'm not trying to, but um, I have learned being on here because I have to answer to God what I do. We all got to answer to God, whether y'all believe in Him or not. What you've done, what you didn't do, and I believe that each person, God probably gonna ask, "What did you do with what I gave you?" I came into the position to be a content creator or whatever you want to call me, to get my own channel, you know. And as I come on this these lives and try to talk and explain, and talk about the things that's important to me, I find out that God's gonna hold me responsible for how I respond to people. He gonna hold me responsible for what I did. Did I use the talent? Did I use the gift to help somebody to make a change, even in the little world that I live in, people that's surrounded around me? He's going to ask me, what did I do? Was I around here being messy all the time? Was I around here causing confusion, doing stuff behind the scenes? These are the things. Thank you, Russell. You said, right. These niggas on YouTube are showing how our black culture is in real life soap opera, beef and down talking each other. Good to be black, huh? Hey, Rachel. Thank you, Russell. And this is why I say that I'm responsible for me and how I conduct my platform. I can't do it. I can't tell other people how to conduct. But when people come over here, I want people to see something different. And now I've had some days where I got a little bit into the mess. You know what I'm saying? I responded probably when I shouldn't have. I should have kept ignoring. I should have went on. But you live and you learn. And one thing that I'm learning in my life, that I am going to be held accountable for me and how I used what I had. That's what I'm going to be held accountable for. Um, and I really, some days, I'm going to be honest with you. Some days I just don't want to, I want to act a fool just like everybody else. Yeah. Just like everybody else, I want to act a fool. I'm going to tell you, there's really some things that I want to do and say to people. I'll probably have this whole sector in flames. There's some things that I want to say and do that would definitely have some people talking. But I realize at the end of every day, God's gonna hold me responsible for that too. Sometimes when people see that you have great potential, or when you do have talents and gifts, or when you are flourishing, when they thought that you were not going to flourish, when they thought maybe you were going to have 50 subscribers and maybe up to 100, maybe that, your channel is so dead. Uh, your channel is so dead that can't get people over here to stay over here. Hey, Joe, how are you? Thank you. Zeno. And you really, when you show them that you live in proof, number one, that God didn't make no punk, you know. Um, God put strength in me. He put endurance in me, and he gave me talents and gifts that I'm going to use for his glory. And sometimes I get a little off. I go to the deep end and I have to be reeled back. But I'm never going to forget. I'm not going to forget that I'm responsible on how I conduct myself, what people hear when they hear me. Do they hear a message of hope? Do they hear a message of knowledge? Do they hear a message of progressing, or do they hear a message of mess and more mess and more mess in reality show? Now, that stuff is okay for a little bit, but it becomes a little bit overwhelming when it's too much. When people get too much in the mess, they start lying more. They start, putting other people in the mess. They and see some of the people that try to call other people messy. It's amazing to me. Hey, Randy. It's amazing to me, the messiest people, the people that will go behind the scenes when you may be trying to help their ass, right? You're trying to help them. They will go to the other person as if you are doing something wrong. And then when you turn around, you in a whole soap opera that you didn't plan on being in. And those are the same people that will turn around and call you messy. See, it's a lot of times people will try to knock you down because they don't want they know it's something different about you. They might not ever admit it. They may say to other people, she's full of ish, she fake, she this, she that. But it's something about you that threatens them. It's something about you that, makes them irritated. And it's not that the lies, it's not that you're fake. It's because the light that's in you, it shines on their darkness. So they set up and put all types of narratives and lies on you, and it spreads like wildfire. You know how gossip is. Gossip is like wildfire. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. If you've ever seen a wildfire, you will see that one tree, it gets on fire, then it goes to the grass, then it goes to another tree and another tree, and it just blooms. And it's full blown. By the time you looked up, a whole community is on fire. And that's how gossip is. Gossip is like that. So when gossip goes around, people looking at you like you suspect, like something wrong with you, like you this type of person. And when this happens, people are trying to, number one, they're trying to take away any positive outlook or any positive perception that other people may see about you. They want to tear you down in your reputation because everybody knows reputation is currency. Your reputation will follow you places that you probably won't even be able to go, but somebody will say, hey, O speaks, he's good at da 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 da, or Russell, he's good at this, and then you'll hear about it later on. Hey, this person was giving you accolades, or it could be the opposite. They could say something negative about you, and that will spread faster than the positive sometimes, right? And people, what they do, their first thing to do, hey, CC, is to break you down. They dissect you. They know that you are talented. They know you're gifted in something. They just don't know what, but they know it's something different about you. They dissect you. And once they try to find any holes or anything that would deem you to be a bad person, or to somebody to look at you in a negative way, they'll use it. And once they use it, other people that just messy just like them will take it, and the information will spread. It will spread like wildfire. Study forest fires. Study that and see how fast it takes for the whole forest to get on fire. And that's exactly what gossip does. It's to break down people, to break down their reputation. And then here you go. You know what God has given you. And if you don't know, you know that God don't make no junk. And people that won't admit it, they are intimidated or jealous and envious of what you possess. I knew Saturday when I had a conversation with Miss Akimi and Miss Yo Thoughts, I knew that would open me up to another type of audience, people that were not familiar with me. And every time you go, even though it's not big to some people, it's not like I was on somebody that had 1 million subscribers. Every step that you go, and when you start to use your talent or your gift or the information that you've learned, and you spread that knowledge, and you say it on somebody else's platform where you're exposed to other people, it's like this. Every time you're on a new level, there's a new devil. You will face, hey Kim, you will face a lot of spiritual warfare. You will face faceless trolls that will try to cyberbully you or harass you and say the most outrageous things. You will face people lying on you. You will face people saying all kinds of crazy things about you. But this is the reason why you have to know who you are. And some days I did struggle with that because I battled with being on here and knowing exactly who I am. Sometimes you get lost and you have to find yourself back again, so you won't get too far to the deep end. So as I understand, with me going on another platform, even though, like I said, it wasn't 1 million, she didn't have 1 million subscribers, I'm going up another level. Every time you reach I would say you maybe reach a goal, or you do something that is out of the box, you will be criticized for it. You'll be criticized for it, and people will turn something good into something bad. So this is the spiritual warfare that people will go through when they are talented, they're gifted, or something that God has a calling on their life, or people can see the light. And the light always irritates people that are in the darkness because they will be uncovered. They will be exposed for who they really are. So when you have a calling on your life that is strong, sometimes you have to think about the kings and queens, people that had high positions. They had a higher calling on their life because of their family, and they can't, was born into royalty. They have faced a lot of things in their life. They don't know who to trust. It's kind of like being a celebrity. They're talked about all the time. Y'all think about, I don't know if y'all remember this. Hey Mel W, I was a little kid when was Diane Princess Diana died, and when she got killed. And she was a person that loved people, but she was torn everywhere she went. She was talked about. There was lies from the tabloids about her. Kings and queens, celebrities, they all go through the same thing. They just go at they're going through it on a larger scheme of things. They are seen by the world, all over the world. Hey, realists. And when they use their talents and gifts and stuff like that, and they're going to go through a lot of things, sometimes some bad things. You know how many tabloids have lied on some of these celebrities? Some of them have told the truth because they in some weird stuff. But some of them, like, they criticize people on their looks. Some people can't help the way they are born. And even if they did get cosmetic surgery, why is it your business that you have to critique? But that comes with the price. But what I'm saying is, fame. People gonna talk about you. But even when you're not on that level, and you feel like you're just a regular old Joe, and you're just walking around here doing what you do best, whether it's farming, whether it's having your own garden, whether it's being able to talk about politics and talk and have people on your panel, whatever it is that you do that you're really good at, there's going to be somebody watching you. What's up, Chill? Watching you to take the good things about you away. There's always, hey, there's always going to be those people that sit back and watch and see what kind of hole can I find in this person so I can expose it, or I can keep picking at it so it can come out to be exactly what I say it is. Hey, how you doing, Pete? Good to see you. T. Smith, that's what people do. That's what people do to you. That's what people do to me. And anybody else that has things that are good going for them. Your enemies will never give you. They will never tell the truth about you. They will never tell the truth about you. Your enemies will continue with the lie, and they will take it to other people that become your enemies, and they will take the lie on as well. This is what you should understand when you have the light, because the light irritates demons. It irritates people that work in the darkness. And I'm not trying to be super spiritual. I'm just being real, because I don't know what world people live in, but there is a thing between that is good and evil. And a lot of times, some people that think they're walking in the light are walking in the darkness. That's why I have to check myself. See, I don't ever always point at other people all the time. First, I'll be looking at me. What did I contribute to whatever happened? So people that live in the darkness, they don't They take no responsibility for anything. They don't see themselves of what they clearly had to add to the situation. And you realize that. And when you realize where a person is operating in, you move accordingly. You act accordingly, as realists would say. I have a responsibility not only to my family, not only to God, my family. I have a responsibility to myself to not come on here. Hey, Denise, to not come on here and act a fool and do exactly what I want to do when I want to do it. And what I want to do, it ain't nice. Hey, Tamika, what I want to say, it ain't nice, right? So I understand that I'm responsible for my mouth. I'm responsible on how I even take some of the negativity. Because really, at the end of the day, like I was talking to my friend today, I was telling her about a situation, and she said, she was just listening to me, and she was just saying, nobody can tell you how to react. Sometimes when people keep poking at a bear, exactly how you feel, it's gonna come out one way or the other. It may come off aggressive, it may come off passive aggressive. But she told me, that's okay, Selena. That's okay. But even, I think about that. She's right. It's okay to feel how you feel. But you should never let it get so into your spirit that it changes who you are and you start to look different. You start to sound different. People don't even recognize you. Like, who is this person? This is not the person that I remembered. That's because somewhere I got lost and I haven't came back. So when you have talents and gifts and you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of things God has given you in your life, you learn to move and act accordingly. And you don't let everybody in your circle. And when people want to leave, you say, adios, amigo. And you keep it stepping. When people want to keep lying on you, creating narratives, or saying all kinds of weird stuff in chats, you learn to, hey, keep moving. You're a faceless person, a faceless troll. You learn to move differently because you understand you don't have time to keep playing with people. God has given you, He's given me too much to use it in a negative way or to put what He's given us in a trash can. When we go outside of ourselves and do something just really crazy or negative, something that we're not used to doing, we are allowing basically the darkness to affect us to the point we start to look like it. We start to act like it. Now, I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with a good read. Ain't nothing wrong with telling a person how you feel and telling them when to get off. Or I got your number. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. The problem is that I see sometimes, and even with me, it gets too much in your spirit to where you become exactly what you hate. I talked about the other day about not allowing the bad behavior of other people make you become that. You know what I'm saying? I talked about that. And it's easier said than done. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, I have my days where I ain't feeling like none of that. I ain't feeling like praying. And I definitely ain't feeling like kumbaya. But I understand I'm a steward of my time. And when you understand you have to be a good steward of your time, you're not going to keep going into the foolishness. See, a lot of people don't know. They're 50 years old, 40, 50 years old, 60 years old, and still don't know who they are. Because if they knew who they were, they will understand that time is ticking and they got to be a better steward of their time and what they spend it on. You understand that going back and forth with a person, cyberbullying a person, lying on a person, that's a waste of your time. And actually, it's taking your time away. See, we have to learn to be a better steward of our time. We do. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna be getting into these chats with this foolishness. I kind of made up my mind today. Some of this stuff that I see out here is it's a little bit not normal. Well, it may be normal to some people. Let's just say that. And I'm not saying I'm better than nobody, but what I do understand that we are living in some dangerous times, and the stuff that's going on in the drama, the stuff that's going on, it's uncalled for. I mean, you got people doing stuff saying everybody working behind the scenes when they might be the person. You got people lying on other people. You got people bringing a personal business and letting everybody see it for content. What's up, Bolo? And it's just too much. You ain't gonna see, some of y'all still don't know. Y'all, I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna know my personal business, who I'm dating, what I'm finna do. Sometimes I tell people what I'm gonna do, but I don't be telling people where I'm going a lot of times, not like I'm talking about on like a public platform. I don't do that because I understand you don't know who's listening to you. And people are just that evil because of jealousy and envy or some type of dislike for you. They'll try to find you and do something to you. These people crazy. And then you got to come out your bag. And it's too much. When you have a big platform, to me, you have the chance to show people a better way of being. You have a chance, you got a voice where you can reach people that some people can't reach. You have a chance to actually make an impact, not only for yourself, but to other people around you. People that have big platforms and all they spew is foolishness, you're doing a disservice not only to other people, but to yourself. You're using your talents and gifts I would say, in a negative way. But then again, who am I to judge? I'm just giving my perspective. Hey, Grow Tech. If I have a small platform, which I have a small platform. Hey, Javen. I don't want to spew my issues out to you. I don't want to spew any type of negative intent. Now, I can understand it's a difference between entertainment and just being plain old destructive. It's two different. It's some entertainment on here, like that's just not harmful. But there's some things on here that is definitely not entertainment. It is borderline. These people need to be in a psych ward. Like, honestly, or these people need to be off YouTube, or these people really need to go talk to Buddha, Jesus, somebody. They need to go talk to somebody. This is the stuff that I'm seeing is not normal on here. And it makes me want to stay in this little old corner over here with 3 or 5 people. I'm complacent with that because whatever God gave me, and I use what he's given me, then I'm going to help whoever that I need to help at that time. What's up, Nart? Good to see you, sis. I'm going to help whoever I'm going to help at that time. There could be something that I say with those 3 or 5 people in my chat that can maybe stop a person from trying to unalive themselves. There could be something that I said that could actually help somebody change the whole direction in their life in a positive way. But then on the flip side, there's something that I could say that could crush somebody's spirit. There's something that I could say to make them just not want to be around people at all. Have you ever been like in a chat, or if you've ever supported a content creator and you feel like after you finish watching it, even though it could have been entertainment, you felt drained from the exchange of what was going on and what has been said, what is, it should, if you have any type of light in you, it should drain you. It shouldn't be normal that this is something great. And believe me, when I say, some things are entertainment, when people are just roasting, it is. But when it goes beyond talking about people's relatives and babies and dead babies, and I'm gonna pull up on you and I'm gonna do something to you, and when people have to lie behind the scenes, when you cool with somebody, they behind the scenes lying to somebody, it becomes not fun anymore. It does. It becomes not fun because people have took something that actually could have been good, fun, and it made it to where they're harming other people with their words. Because I don't care what people say. You harm people. They used to say this saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now, it does depend on who say them. But at the same time, the words and the lies that keep being said, in some way and somehow, if it keeps going, it will in some ways affect you. We can we can put on the armor sometimes and protect ourselves. And it was a lady that was telling me, you should never care about what people say. That's very true. But what if it's something like you're dealing with in your personal life, and somebody sees that wound in you? They see that insecurity in you, and they get a knife and they stick it in a wound and they just turn it around over and over and over and over again. See, everybody, even though some of us are talented and gifted, everybody has some type of wounds that we have dealt with in life. And the appropriate, I'm not going to say appropriate, the response that you get from people is grow up. But some wounds, even when we are grown, are still there. So when you have a wound that has not been healed and someone knows that, or they have maybe watched you, observed you to see where they could stick you, and to keep sticking you there, and they find that place in you, they find that wound, and they keep that knife going around and around and around, eventually you're going to feel a certain type of way. We all have wounds. We all have different traumas, and how we react to certain things are going to be different from another person. You know what I'm saying? Your enemies come to study you. They come to watch you. And you could be thinking you're talking to 5 people, but that it's one person in there that's watching you that doesn't want to support you. They're just watching you because they want to see what you're talking about. They want to see if they can dissect it or not. They want to see if they can see what makes you tick. I had a person to tell me, it seems like I don't let anything bother me. So that was the reason why they kept picking at me. I thought that was pretty interesting that a person would say that, but it just goes to show you everybody that has a smiling face is not friendly. Is not a face that is really trying to be your friend. People be trying to study you because it's really, like I said, it's something about you that irritates them. It's something about you, and it's good, but to them, it's disgusting. It's detestable to them, you know, and they will find a way how they can basically get up under your skin. Yeah. You I don't ever want to have a platform where I feel like after I get off of it, I am overwhelmed anymore. You know, I don't want to feel like and just be honest, just tell me if I'm boring you, but I'm just talking about how as any type, if you have any type of leadership role, how what you do with it really counts. What I do on my platform, what another person does on that platform, it counts in some type of way. Have I helped somebody, or maybe with some of the things that I say, have I entertained to an extent? Have I made a person think? Have I encouraged somebody? Have I gave a person another idea? Maybe they thought a different way and I gave them another way to look at it, you know? And that's the type of platform I want. Um, because going about it the way that I see a lot of what's going on now, it's very it's very scary on here. It's very scary. And I was telling Double when I was in the chat, I was like, I'm just trying to stay out the way. You sometimes you be trying to stay out the way, and somehow you still get caught up in it because somebody got to bring your name up. Somebody got to say this, you know. So, yep. And then there's so many other things going on around here in this world. We gotta figure out who's going to what do we think this presidential race, how it's going to look like. We got Donald Trump. People hate him, right? And then we got Kamala Harris, and I'm not sure what she can actually add, but my point is it's getting scary out here to the point to where you better figure out, are you going to be okay? Um, will you still have a job in the next year or so? What is going to happen with the prices of the food? Are they going to go up higher than they are? They're already high. There's so many other things to really look at. Some of us have children. We're responsible for our children. We're responsible for, yeah, O speaks. We're responsible for our children. What are we leaving? What legacy are we leaving them? Because parents are responsible for their kids. I don't, some people act like they don't know that, but parents are responsible for their kids. They're responsible sometimes, they can't always determine or make a child be what they want them to be. A respectful citizen, or they can't, they can teach a child, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're responsible for your child. You have to be a good steward of the time that you have been a parent. But instead, you find people on the internet, instead of them showing their children the way on how to be and not to be, they on here acting a plain monkey, a plain fool. We as people, I don't care if you black, white, Hispanic, whoever's listening to this, we have to understand we are responsible for what we bring to the table. You have to be a better steward of your time, your talents, your gifts. You said DNA says India, and her dad is European, Jamaican, white. Well, it's just a lot going on with that. And like I said, instead of people really being paying attention to that, we're paying attention to stuff that is not even worth our time. This stuff that's going on, I don't know. I'll put the link in the chat. Anybody that want to come up. Hey, Daria, how are you? I'll put the link in the chat. But I pretty much said everything I needed to say about how. Hey, Slim, how are you? You had a good day? How we maneuver around here. Um, don't get too far into don't get too far in the darkness. I'm just say that. And a lot of times, some of these people that think this is entertainment, this is not entertainment. This is sad, y'all. This is real sad. It's sad. Some things are sad. It's not entertainment. And again, I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get to the right place myself, but I really just, it makes me kind of wonder, do we not see ourselves anymore? And I'm gonna just speak for black people, speak because I'm black on this. Our black people, and like I said, every ethnic group has their thing. But because I'm black, I'm speaking on it. We are so lost as a people. We are very talented and gifted, and yet we pander it. We waste it. We waste it on foolishness, and we do some of the most outrageous things to each other. And it's almost like I was saying the other day, it's almost like we hate each other. You see Hispanics, it can be, and no offense to my Latina sisters and brothers, it can be 10 of them, 20 of them in one house. They can get along, and if they do have a fight, they'll have a fight and they'll be cool the next day or that same night. Black people be sometimes, they can't stand to be around each other. Instead of them duking it out, having a just catching the fade or something, people want to bring the guns out. start spraying people because you have a disagreement or you don't like somebody or they with the ops. We are just lost as people, period. Not all of us, but some. What you thinking about me though, Slim? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. What's up, CKJ?
Hey, what's up with you? How you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. What
Hey,
would you like to add?
I want to give you some intel. I want y'all to think about this. The Democrats just ran the ultimate play on the Trumplicans. I'm gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
why. I'm gonna tell you why. You cannot possibly believe that they have only started to realize that he had some decline in some of um, um, in terms of the way he's functioning right now from a mentality standpoint. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is something they had to see coming along. That is something you absolutely know that his wife knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not just go ahead and slow play him through these little debates? Let him make all the mistakes he can. And then, because we can't come up with another candidate if he decides to drop out, because the DNC is not, by law, they can't let you use that money when you gave them the money for one ticket. So they can't get nobody else. So Kamala
Mm-hmm.
was sitting in the car knowing she wasn't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
she in the house. And now the whole game plan they had in terms of taking Biden through there and show how incompetent he is, and I got shot in my earlobe and all that old bullshit. Now he got to readjust his whole game plan because he's been pushing black women, but leaving the brothers out. Now,
Mm-hmm.
brothers out there, what you gonna do? Because I'm telling you right now, Kamala is gonna work the hell out of them black colleges. You got to know that. She got a lot of votes with them black sororities and fraternities. She got plenty.
Correct.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Go
She's an
ahead.
alpha, or is alpha, aka
Yeah,
alpha
she
kappa.
AKA. She AKA. They got 75,000 members.
Right. Right.
I'm up here
And
laughing about, hey, Shalita, when they said she was coming out, I said, oh, it's on now. They over there, man. I
yeah, boy.
sides you take, what you prefer, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Me personally, I'm a socialist, so I don't care about neither one of them. I voted for Bernie Sanders for 3 years, so that's just me. But anyway, I'm just saying that's where I move. I'm about the people, I ain't about government.
Right.
But anyway, I just want to know what you think about that because I think, if I'm not wrong, my little Selena is one of them Trumplicans.
Not listen. I
I
vote.
had to get you. I had to get you.
Yeah, no. Let me just say this.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
vote for what I think, the things that I agree with, and everything I don't agree with, and I
Right.
really don't talk about pretty much who I'm going to vote for because
Oh,
I'm still researching and listening to some things right now.
uh-huh.
But I will say that I don't understand quite, you know, why people sometimes I feel like some people want to play the race card when it's convenient for them. And what I mean by that is Kamala Harris she said her mother is Jamaican from my understanding, and her dad is from India. But you know, people will say, well, she's still black. She's still a black woman. And if you have a drop of black in you, they say you still black. But my thing is, which you probably don't even really deal with people in the hood or people that have in the areas where it's not prestigious. Is I don't know if I'm articulating it right, but it's like okay, even with Obama, and somebody might get mad at me. I don't care. Um, Obama,
Uh,
you know, he had a black African father, and his mother was white. But I bet you anything, if Obama was just black, if Kamala was just black, do you think that they would let them run? Or I mean, or do you think that they would uh pay attention to them, or I would say in some ways push them to the public so other people could vote for them? Because somebody was telling me, I don't know, Cornell, what's his name, Cornell West.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody, I think was he trying to run too,
Uh,
but
he kind of like a Ross Perot. He ain't gonna get voted in. He just want to shape up the apple cart to shift some votes, a certain direction that can be impactful. And then they'll say, "Hey, look, you need to get out of here. We got to win this election. What you want? Just give me a seat over there on this.
right.
That's what they do, right? But here is what I want to ask you, though. You made a comment there that was I hate to say it, but it's kind of Southernized. I'm starting to see something in the difference in terms of politics for African Americans that live in major metropolises in the South, as opposed to
Mhm.
Northeast. Okay, because those are quite opposite. North and Northeast in Chicago, that's Democrat. You guys are mostly Republican down there. I mean, not you, but just most of the people who vote down there are Republican. But here's the thing I
Mhm.
want to ask you, though. If you look back and you look at history, recent history, and the way technology has played a role with the apps, with the young people coming together, protesting, whatever, she has such a easy route there as long as she don't have a hiccup. Because let me tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at another 2008 right now, because the Democratic convention is here in Chicago. So you already
Mhm.
know Obama gonna be there, right?
Right.
You're gonna see what real protests and real politics is when you see that Democratic convention in Chicago. You're gonna see them acting up on the streets. It's going down, trust me. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I want
You-
you to see. I want you to see real
mhm.
quick. I don't want to forget, because you gave me kind of a layered question there. The reason why I want to get on the other point that you made in terms of the colorism, right?
Mhm.
Ain't nobody born in America is 100% black. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely. But I was
So
gonna finish what I was saying, but yeah,
more than
absolutely.
3/4, what difference does it make? The one thing that man had going for him more than any president in the last 100 years, he had the it factor. He knew how to relate to everybody. And the only bodies that didn't want to hear him were those that didn't want to hear him in the first place. That's all that was. And now she got a chance right now to come with a message to bring not just black women, but all women. And then you got the issue of abortion, LGBTQ, all that's on the table right now, right?
Mhm.
You got a hell of a chance right here to not just beat him, but decisively beat him. I want you to remember, old CKJ told you that. Okay.
So, I'm gonna try to get back on the subject, but I will ask you this. So, do you believe that she would be a good president? Because I have my,
You know,
either way.
well,
Go
what's your
ahead.
doubts? Tell me what your doubts are so I can understand what you mean.
Sometimes I don't think, sometimes, and I could be wrong, but
Uh-huh.
I have seen women in leadership roles, and they don't do too well with being in some leadership roles. And I think for a whole country, um what could she do, like, to benefit everyone, to benefit the women? Like, if it's about abortion, um or it's about women rights and all this kind of stuff, like, what more could she, to me, I just feel like, I guess because I'm not trying to be misogynistic or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know if a woman could run the country. That sounds crazy, but from what I'm used to men, having leadership roles like that, like being a president and stuff like that, a vice president. Like I said, I'm not saying she's not intelligent. I'm not saying that, she doesn't have things to offer, but I don't know
Well, well, let me just say
about
this.
that.
Okay. First of all, on an intellectual standpoint and the speaking standpoint, she's gonna crush it. I ain't even worried about that. Okay, because now she in charge. She's not. She don't have a muzzle on. She is it now. So if she gonna take it down, she got to come with it. And the first thing she needs to do is she got to establish herself a foundation of people around her that she knows she has in consideration. If she does win, these are her cabinet mates. Right now, she got to get that short list together, because when it's time to get down with it, she is going to have to be able to show that these people know what they're doing. She's going to have to put them in some kind of national spotlight to establish what that agenda is going to be, because with every part of the country, there are different needs for that country. The wants and needs of the Southwest may not be the same as in the Midwest. So she's got to be able to have those PowerPoints there in front of her where she can say, okay, well, this is what they want to hear. This is why I need to get across to them to see if I can bring them into what I want to do here, policy-wise. And just the opposite going up north. Dealing with Chicago is one thing. Dealing with them crazy folks in Iowa, oh, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Okay, you might as well be in Florida or Georgia when it comes to Iowa and Wisconsin. Okay, so what I want you to keep your eye on is this: what kind of team she's going to put around her? What kind of colorism is that team going to represent? Is it going to be overtly diverse? What I mean by overtly diverse is, does it look too staged, manufactured, or is it natural where she has some kind of connectivity to these people in different sectors, whether that institutional sector is the banking industry, religion, education, now sports, okay? She's going to have to navigate those waters. Obama's going to play a part. She got Hollywood. She got Oprah. She got all the major players in her corner. But her biggest thing is she's going to have to do is what Obama did. You're going to have to unify and motivate those young people. But now she has an advantage over Obama. She got the black colleges. Trust me.
Yeah.
She's going to have an edge when it comes to the Southeast and the Northeast, because you got black colleges from Baltimore all the way down over to Texas.
Yeah, and then too, and I guess too, sometimes I feel like we as women, sometimes we can be, some of us can be logical, we can be balanced, but sometimes I think we can be overly emotional, and I think about, like, could a woman actually run a whole country, and
So, what you're saying though, I'm curious, because you're from Texas, and Texas is a very, macho state, cowboy hats, the Texas Rangers. What up, Rangers? I see you. But anyway, I'm just wondering though, with that, in that type of environment and the politics down there, do you think that might be kind of shading some of the positivity that she may have, that you may see as being her weak point, but actually can be her strong point?
And somebody else could come up here if they would like to add to the conversation. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that we are in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? We're really, as a country, we're in a bad. Oh, Speaks, if you want to come up, come on up, because I don't know what you're saying what to, because I'm just explaining. We're in a bad situation because, like I said, Trump. We got choices between Trump and her, and to me, it's like, it's not really it's not a good choice. Like, we don't really have a good choice, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I'm looking at it. Again, I'm still learning about politics, as and the things that they stand for. I do believe the feminist movement, and I think that's kind of what she will be kind of using a lot of that, women hear me roar kind of thing. And it's like, it's good to be a strong woman, but with the feminists, I know back in the 1970s, they really, to me, they destroyed a lot of traditional values and families, because they wanted, but
let me
and
put
it
it.
was.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
want to get on that feminist part because femininity is different during 60s and 70s than it is now. Back then, it was about the empowerment of women in terms of being inclusive, not only accepted, you know about suffrage and voting and all that, but I'm saying they were fighting to be relevant. Okay, not just I'm black, but I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm smart, I can do this, I can handle this. Give me a shot. Now we fast forward now to where we in an age where I didn't want it today. I wanted it 3 weeks ago, even though I just asked you for it. Okay. So now you're dealing with a different kind of femininity now. Now you're dealing with it's about the power over organizations, conglomerates. They're not talking about just getting in the door so we can have a chance. No. I want to run the joint. That's what I want to do. Okay. That's where they at. And she got a lot of friends that actually do that. Coca-Cola, Walmart, big time chiefs of Nike. She can go anywhere in the sector, and she got people there, women there in power who can be uplifting and help her motivate the women in this country to make probably the most impactful difference on a political campaign year ever. This is their year. If you want to do it, she got to do it this year. I'm telling you, watch three things. Watch what the brothers do. All those brothers been wearing the cowboy hats and yeehaw and all that old shit. I no offense to Texas. Got love for Texas, especially the Longhorns. But just watch how those black semi-right. They ain't already all the way right. They're trying to see where they can fit in and all that kind of stuff. But just watch where are they going to go? Because they have been left behind in terms of being pushed up to CEO positions. It reverse. The social ladder reverse. It's white. It's white man. It's white woman. It's now no longer black. It is now Asian, and it's now Indian, and then it's black. Okay, black woman, then black man. That's the social ladder now that you're looking at. That's the social construct right now. So what I want you to do is look at that. Watch how the men, what are they going to do? Those men who are on the fence, the black men who are on the fence. What are those black men that have committed to Trump, but see now that their interests might be better served if they go to the other side? Okay. The other thing is, watch how she handled the college age people from the age of 18 all the way up to about 25. The way she maneuvers around them on those campuses, the way she opens up the doors for communication with those whites who are kind of on that running cars through crowd shit. Okay, how is she going to reach out to those people and make them feel like they're part of what she's trying to do? But I'm telling you, the black colleges, the black universities, the fraternities, the sororities, and the upper echelon of conglomerates and businesses, that's where she's going to get her votes from. Because they're going to, for every one of them, they can bring in 100 because they have that influence. Not just on the work, but just in corporate boardrooms and things like that. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And hey, T1000. Hey, Rare Money. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For the, I wanted to ask you. Well, we kind of stared a little bit off of it. I was just wanting people to realize it's more that's going on around the world than the foolishness that we see on YouTube, and the reality show. And I want to go back there, Rare Money. What do you think? What do you think that's going on? Like, are people not paying attention? Of what's going on in the real world, and were we getting into the drama to escape from the reality of our real lives? Like, what do you feel about this?
That's his Luke, bro. How you doing up here?
What's up,
That's
bro?
his
I'm Phil.
right. That's exactly what it is. you can see what's right in front of you. People like a show. People like stuff to look good for them, and dress it up real good and look good, and that's what they like to make them feel better. A lot of people don't want to deal with the harsh reality and the truth that we're in right now. Um, I know you want to stay on topic, but it's kind of hard to get off topic because this is a big thing.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go into it.
Because 1 week ago, he was the worst thing since sliced bread, a second coming of Cleveland. And I just don't understand it. So you mean to tell me one day it can be this, and then the next day it can be that, and then like
Your phone is breaking up, Grab Money. I don't know what's
what
going on.
what
Yeah,
about
it's
now?
probably the Matrix.
It's fine now, but it was breaking up when you was talking.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it's 1 minute it's one way, and they tell you one thing, and then the next minute it's another way. Like she was the worst thing 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Shoot, the first 3.5 years, and then now everybody getting behind this lady. I just don't understand that. Like, how do we switch up like that? And then people act like they don't remember it or they don't see it. So I think people just like stuff to be dressed up for 'em and make it look good, and then it is what it is, and they just go for it.
Mm.
People like being tricked.
Oh, they got tricked. You right about that one. The Dems pulled the wool over. They pulled the wool over, man. I'm telling you, that was a straight up play. If you understand the law, and when it comes to the that process, political process, I'm already knowing because I'm thinking to myself. I said, wait a minute, how are they gonna bring somebody in, change the ticket, which is a 3-card Molly move? They do on the red line, the CTA here in Chicago, or the bait and switch. How you gonna sit up here and get all this money from these donors, and then in midstream say we're gonna change the ticket, but thank you for your money? It don't work like that. That's what she had in her back pocket. If they wanted to keep that money, she had to be it. She was the natural to be it because she's on the ticket. Now, immediately when they make that announcement, guess what the donors say? All right, y'all, go ahead and get them $10,000 dinners now. Let's get rolling. That's how that went. I don't think it was a play with Biden. I think they already knew this situation was not getting any better. Okay? But they had to let him be the sacrificial lambs at a few of these little outings with Trump. And now Trump waving the flag and got a patch on his ear, and he playing the theatrics and all that. But what they didn't say was that Queen pushing through them pawns and checkmating them. Said, oh, by the way, Miss Harris is going to be the president, and she's going to run for president, and we going to holler at you, partner.
Yeah, but my whole thing, I get what you're saying. My whole thing is the man just said, I'm running, can't nothing stop me. Ain't nobody gonna tell me to stop. None of that a week ago. And then also, I was hearing that it's some type of statute. Just because you see that you losing, you can't drop out and then put somebody else up just so you can win. Cause
No, no.
I think they trying to file a lawsuit against that now. On the other side, like, hold on now, y'all can't just do that because you see you losing, and then you say you gonna run, and then you get what I'm saying. It's a whole lot of mess going on. It's more to it than they ain't telling us, but everything looking funny, man. It ain't looking right, man. And I just hate that what they about to do to our people. They about to get us wound up. They about to get everybody out there with their pom poms. The police shootings about to
Hey,
start
you
coming
might
up. They
want to
about to pop off like fire. With the police shoes. Watch and hear what I'm telling you. They finna pop out. This race war about to start. They about to kick it off, and they gonna get all the Negroes in their feelings, and then they gonna go and vote without no policy or without nothing. And I'm not now. I vote independently. I'm not telling nobody what to vote for. But my whole thing is make them earn what we gonna our vote. Don't just give it to them because they get us in our feelings, and they do the same thing to us, bend us over every 4 years, play with us, and then tell us go on about our business, and then we go back to complaining and whining.
Hey, Celine, did you want to get in here?
No, I'm eating. You can go ahead.
Okay, well, let me play this again to you, brother. I already know that the Republicans are going to come with some kind of agenda to try to raise the issue to sue. That is all about delay and deny. Okay, that's their game plan. If the rules aren't working for them, we the majority, we can be racist, whether we admit it or not. And through our application on how we gonna handle this, we gonna change the rules so it fits us. They already talking about redistricting a couple of areas, both in the southeast and northeast. Okay, the game is in check. The only thing they not counting on is that plan you got in now. How is that gonna help you with the change of this new target you got? This target is not hurting mentally. This target is youthful. This target can debate. She's a well-respected prosecutor. She knows how to do a debate. Okay. There's the thing though. When it came to the ticket, there are laws in place that govern how you use donors' money. You cannot say this is the ticket. We voted on it. This is who it's going to be. Support us. Okay, we're going to get behind this ticket with this money. Okay, one of them is having a health issue to where it appears they're not in condition to handle the throne, right? The next in command gets that because they're on the ticket. If they wanted to remove Kamala Harris off their ticket, the Dems have every right and the law to say, the donors, let me get that back from you. And there's nothing they can do about it. So instead of doing that, Obama does what Obama does in the background. He got Hollywood together. He got all the major players together. He got them lined up. He got them to push the right buttons to let everybody know, look, I appreciated you. You was my dog when I was coming through here. I helped you get there. It's time, man. It's time. You got to step to the side. It's time for her to take over. And with that changed everything that the Republicans had in plan. Their plan was to make him look incompetent. Their plan was to bring this all-time version of Trump. I don't know who this dude is he got for vice president. But right now, all she got to do is come with the right vice president who can go ahead and slap the hell out that boy. Because that boy right there, he's just a big event. He ain't got no message. He ain't got no policies. He's just there to do whatever Trump wanted him to do. What Trump made sure is he didn't have no idealists like the guy he had from Indiana. He could stand and think for himself. This guy can't. He's a robot. So bring somebody in to handle him. I got Trump. Trump can't hang with me. And the one thing Trump can't start doing now is talking none of that black stuff. He can't go to no black colleges. Ain't nobody gonna hear him. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
It's a lot of people, man, that maybe if stuff was a little bit different than what it is now, then I don't think they're going to be able to run like they did in 2020, 2019, 2020 off of that identity policy politics. I'm talking about the Democratic Party. They got us last time. They ran out the George Floyd. They ran off of the hate crime bill and all that. They ain't going to be able to do that because people broke now, man. People paying $1.50, $2 more for gas, grocery bills high. People are feeling it with their pockets now. So people kind of looking like, no, let me think about this now before I do that. Last time y'all got me. And a lot of black people like that too. And it's mostly the younger black people from the ages of 18 to probably like 40. They looking at it a little bit different. It's the older generation that's goddamn still saying we should overcome. And the younger kids, the younger guys, men and women, they like, nah, now you gonna probably get the ones at them HBCUs, colleges and stuff like that, because a lot of them, they got their organizations going on and stuff, so they gonna probably get them votes. But the people who on the outside looking in the middle, they looking at it like, no, they looking at how their life was, and not saying their life gonna go back to it, but that's just the reality. You got to see one person, the bad man, and you got to see the supposedly good guy, and you looking at how your lifestyle, people ain't is they still gonna get people on the emotions, but it's people looking at it a little different now, man.
Okay,
So
I
I
got a
don't think
question.
they ain't gonna be able to run like that. I
Okay.
think it's split down the middle.
Okay, I got a question for you. You're a sports fan?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, you're a sports fan?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the one activity that people can do when they go into a building, they all on the same team for the home team? That's sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you think in sports the stars gonna go with?
They're gonna go with the home team.
You really believe that? You think all them 77% of the players in the NFL are going to do that? You think all that 83.25%
Hold on,
players in the
say what
NBA
you
gonna do
said
that?
again. I can make sure I understand you. Say what you said again.
I'm asking you, as a person who knows about sports, and you know that when people go into a stadium, they're usually going for the home team. So it don't matter about color at that point. It's all about the color of the team, all right? But what we're not looking at is the landscape and the colorism of those teams. In professional sports, 77% of the players in the NFL are black. 82.5% of the players in the NBA are black. Players who have been naturalized now in Americans, as well as African American players in the MLB, it's about 45%. College basketball, football. I don't think you understand. Sports is going to play a part in the selection. These young people are going to play a part in the selection. That's who's going to win it for her. The young people. She's going to go back to the blueprint of what got Obama into office, and they work the grassroots. That's how they're going to win it.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm saying that it's down the middle. I'm saying that they have something to go by now. It went no Obama. It wasn't no Obama at first. It was man. Obama had people crying. You get what I'm saying? And then he did 8 years, and we ain't getting nothing out of it. People just looking with their hands up, and other groups was able to profit off of him being president.
Do you
And
really
then we
think that,
got.
though? Do you really mean that he didn't do nothing for us? Nothing.
No. What, Obamacare?
Dude, you know how many people are benefiting from Obamacare?
No, I really don't.
Over 185,000. Over 185 million people have Obamacare.
Okay, I don't hear nobody talking about it. I don't hear nobody saying it. I'll look it up for you, and I'll give you that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll give you that. I'm just saying I don't hear nobody saying that about it. I'm looking at what people are visionary, so they look at what they see. So I see that a man and a man can get married, and a woman can get married. That's what I mean. Something that's out there. It's nothing that's out there that people just going around. I don't hear people at the grocery store talking about Obamacare. But you get what I'm saying. So
I get what you're saying, but try to take that Obamacare away from him and see how they act.
Yeah, the same way. I'm just because we don't. They had it in their mind that he was the next Martin Luther King. You get Martin Luther King, you get Malcolm X, and all them great leaders that we had, and then you get a black man that's for president, and then all kind of rumors and stuff come out about him and his wife and all that stuff like that, and you still. Yeah, you got you some good Obamacare insurance, but you maybe at 2% better than what your life was or whatever. A lot of people thought that they was about to be at a whole nother level, or they was gonna level up, and they not doing it. We still the same.
Okay, let me ask you something. You do realize how legislation works, right?
Yeah, I understand. I'm not arguing none of that.
No. I'm saying this for a reason. Let me get this out before I forget it. Okay, I'm old. You got to give me a play here. All right. Before any laws can go to place, they got to go through the Senate. The main dude for the Senate said this when Obama was president. We gonna derail everything he tried to do. That was the plan. They had no other agenda. Whatever he tried to do, we going against it. But they couldn't do it to care because that's something everybody needs. That ain't got no color on it. If you need help, everybody pink and red and bone inside. Everybody needs health care. Okay?
Exactly.
So when you say that, I'm not defending Obama because, like I said, I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for none of the Democrats or Republicans. I'm socialist. All right? So when you say that about that candidate, you got to look at what they actually were able to do and had the numbers to do. He didn't have the numbers to move it like that. Okay? So all I'm saying is this, brother. Check out three different demographics. The brothers, the sisters, and young people, particularly on college campuses. That's going to be the difference. That's going to be the difference.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you.
The sisters,
I agree with you.
The brothers, man. Like Van Jones said this morning, he said these brothers out here that's teetering that fence, they can feel some pressure now. You mean to tell me, brother, you ain't gonna support me? Man, look, that's a powerful message.
No, I guess I'm more self-sufficient, so
Yeah.
I don't really get into. I need the government to do nothing for me. I just try to get on here and wake my people up and say, hey, if you're gonna vote for these people or you're gonna vote for this party or that party, make sure you see what their policy is and make sure they
Yeah.
line up
There
with
you
what you
go.
need
That's
in
what
your
I'm talking
life.
about.
That's
That's
all I try to teach.
that's
But
what's up,
at the
brother.
same time, we've been voting the same way for 60 years and we only move forward maybe 5%, if that. And then you got brothers on here looking weak, crying on TV. That dude done cried 2-3 times on TV. You got the other dude, Roland Martin, up there, bringing all the men of that man. It just looked weak to me, man.
I
That
hear
I
you.
seen that last night, man. I was sick to my stomach. It looked weak to me. And it's just time that we stand up and say, hey, we're going to vote for you, Kamala. We're going to vote for you, Trump. But tell me what you going to do for me to vote for you. Because last time you told me about a crime bill and y'all ran off George Floyd and COVID, and then y'all won, and then all of a sudden, all that went away. You went down to Atlanta, and then all of a sudden, the Chinese people, the Chinese was getting beat up on and robbed all over the country, and then y'all made a hate crime bill for them in
Oh,
2 weeks.
okay, but
You
let me
get
say,
what I'm saying? So
I
people
hear what you're
looking at
saying.
that stuff like that, like, come
I
on,
hear what you're
man.
saying, though, but check this out. The Asians realized, and they might not tell you, the Asians realized one thing they had that nobody else had to influence them getting those rights. And that was that dude that looked like a chicken or plucking turkey that's to lead the Senate. His wife is Asian. So his motivation was on making sure she's straight because she had a powerful position within the Trump campaign cabinet. Okay, so trust me, they had the numbers and they had the motivation. The person who could actually say, Trump, you can do this. Trump, we ain't gonna let you do that. That was going through no matter what they had because they had the numbers. Sometimes brother, it ain't about effort. Sometimes it just comes down to math.
Yeah,
And
and that's
you
what
ain't
I'm
got
saying. We got the numbers. They're fighting over our. It's more of us than the Asians. So you don't think if 15 million of us come together and we had them signatures signed and we had this and we say we ain't spending money here, we ain't doing this or whatever, that they ain't gonna come together and get that hate crime bill or start the process for reparation or whatever we come together and say we want together. You
for
don't think
sure.
that they gonna make an effort to get it done? Them
Let
folks are small. It was probably a couple 100,000 that made that happen with them Asians, and they
Okay,
got it done just like that, and
okay.
and and, and brushed
But
us over.
here's the thing you're missing though. You come to Chicago and I take you down there to Chinatown. You know the one thing you ain't gonna see nowhere in that town is political signs on who to vote for. You know why? Because when they approach politics, they don't approach it individually. They approach it as one.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
we saying the same thing. That's
Yeah,
what I'm.
yeah,
That's what
see,
I'm saying.
but,
That's what
but
we. That's what we
technically we're
need to
not.
do.
Technically, we're not because no other ethnicity can show that data. You're talking about the Asians voted one particular way during the Trump year, 94%. Dig what I'm saying? 94%, bro. They know we do this, we got them. That was at play too, now, bro. But here's the
Yeah,
thing too, man, and I'm gonna get off because I don't want to be on here and cancel out what Selena doing because let her do a thing. But I just leave this with people, man, and I'm saying this for the people. I'm about the people. Everything about me is about the people. Everything about my education is about the people and kids. I don't give a fuck about excuse my language, excuse me, Selena. I'm sorry. I don't care about none of that, all those angles and whatever. I want to know what you gonna do for the people. Okay? So when you get ready to listen to these people and they're speaking and they go up and have these debates, the debates are going to let you in the window, or let you inside the window and the curtains to what she's planning to do. She is going to slowly put those casted characters in the right spots, to do the things that she needs to enhance the whole movement. The movement now has changed. It's not about the Confederate flag. It's not about the gallows you want to put up at the Congress. Now it's about you got to honor my vote now, Republican. You got to come see me, man. And there ain't gonna be none of this Herschel Walker stuff. You got to come holler at us, man. And I don't think they're gonna hear him. That's just me.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, he did more for us than we had. Than we was doing the best under him.
Examples. Examples.
That's the crazy thing about it.
Give me some examples.
We had more jobs, we had more money in our pocket. He funded the
Come on, bro,
HBCUs. He had
bro.
started the prison reform when they was getting them folks who had got convicted for them little small crimes,
Do you know the
getting
stats of
them
that,
folks
bro?
out of jail.
Do
I'm
you
just
know the
saying, you
stats?
asked me the name, I'm just telling you.
But tell me the stats, brother. You just saying generalities. You gotta give me some
No,
stats.
you can look it up, bro. You can look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
You can look up. You can look up the African Americans from 2016 to 2020. Man, we was thriving. We was booming, man. And
So you're telling me what you're telling me right now is because I guess you were maybe referring to that young lady who I guess at one time was I guess she was cool with 7 foot minus 1 inch and a quarter. I forget the lady's name. Something Staten. What's her name?
oh, you talking about Angela?
Yeah. Okay, she's one example, and there are others, but they weren't in the thousands, bro.
Yes, they was in the thousands.
No,
They was in the thousands. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a little over 9,000.
Okay.
You have to go. I don't have it with me, man. Next time Selena can set up a panel,
Okay,
I can have all that with me. But I'm telling you, you can look it up, and you say, "Oh shit!" I ain't, a lot of stuff that I'm saying. A lot of people didn't know. We was just goddamn. We were just rolling. We were just like, "Damn, nigga got $20 an hour." You was balling making $20 an hour back then. Now you got to make $35 an hour to be balling.
But I want you to understand. You just said something very, very, very important, and you didn't even say it. You talked about 9,000 people. I'm thankful. If they got blessed and they free, whether they did it or not, that ain't my business. If they free, hey, I hope they're using that gift from God and they make the best of it. Okay? Because they didn't him did that. God made that happen. Okay? But the other thing is this. Other than those little, very small things, because you do realize there's over 365 million people in this country.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're 13.5% of those. So basically, you can say 13 times 5 times 3, what's that? 39, 40 and a half plus another, I don't know, 7. Okay? That's where we at. But it's enough if she just goes ahead and lock 80% of that down, it's over. That's all she got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna
All right, bro. Nice talking
redirect.
to you.
Brother.
We're
All
gonna
right.
redirect this this conversation.
Selena, I appreciate your patience on that right there. I really do. Okay, and
All right.
in chat, and I'll be a good doggy. Okay.
All right. Thank
Bro,
you.
salute. What you eating on, Selena?
I had some raisin cane, so I was just
Oh, you
like,
tearing that up. You dipping it in the gravy when it.
Yeah, she was there talking. Just taking a little snack and stuff while we up there talking.
yeah, yes, indeed.
I'll take it
Uh,
easy.
Thank you, CKJ. I appreciate you. Russell said nobody care about Obama. His time is over. Black folks ain't finna have nothing letting illegals in here by dozens taking our jobs and government assistance.
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole, man. A lot of times, I just had to come up here and combat some of the stuff he was saying. And like I had stated, I ain't telling nobody who to vote for and all that. I registered as an independent, so you vote for, and it might come down to it where I might not even vote at all, depending on how it go. But you weigh your options out or whatever. But you let these people tell you what they're gonna do for you and or what they're gonna do for the country, and then you go. We keep getting on this stuff with the feelings and the way we feel and all that, and that's bullshit. Cause right now Negroes don't stick together. Look how we fight on, YouTube and in real life,
Right.
and 100 people got shot in Chicago and all that. You get what I'm saying? So it's time
Exactly.
out for all that race stuff, man. It's time to goddamn really who gonna be there for you. It's the real. It's good versus evil right about now.
Exactly. Like I was saying earlier. What's up, Russell?
What to
Hey,
do,
what's
Bo?
going on, Selena? What's up, Rap Money?
I
Hey,
can't
man.
call it, man.
Listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. Listen, man. That's cool. If you want to vote for who you want to vote for, that's cool. But what I don't like, man, when people try to push people to and with all that bullshit, man. Listen, man. You sit the listen. No disrespect to the man. I'm not. I don't even know the man. I don't. No disrespect, man. I just don't like people putting pressure on you want to vote for a certain party because you like them. Nah, man. Just put out the information and let people decide for themselves. Once again, he's sitting up here.
Mhm.
He's sitting up here talking about the people. The people. What are you gonna do for the people? None of these governments have done nothing for the people, bro. Nothing.
Mhm.
We sitting up here eating on this all this processed ass food, giving us cancer and all that other shit. Was that for the people? You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. You sitting up here not even peeping game. Selena, we from Texas. All the
Right.
motherfucking illegals they bringing up in there, taking the jobs and all this other shit. Before, listen, when they doing them construction sites, and I'm gonna tell you something, and this is guaranteed. When they do those construction sites, and whoever gets the bid, as far as the builder, whoever gets it, they already have a team of Hispanics who have their own equipment, have their own team, have their own workers, and what they're going to do is they're going to let them allow them to work for them, pay
Mhm.
them a certain percentage, and keep the rest. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that, that's what I'm trying to say. Where's the money at? Well, if we
Mhm.
keep we do one more administration of this bullshit, man. Listen, I'm in Atlanta, man. Essays by the dozen, and I'm talking about them South American essays. I ain't talking about the Mexico essays.
Mhm.
You keep letting these people come over here. Cost of living is going down. Not only that, they shipping jobs over to Mexico. China is building factories and stuff over there. So a lot of companies are switching up, going to these third world countries and shipping it back over here for a high price. Come on,
Mhm.
man. We ain't gonna have no jobs. We ain't gonna have shit. So at
Right.
the end of the day, we gonna go back to what we was when we was in 1980, 1990s. We was broke, we was poor, we was just in the community, and we had to borrow sugar from Miss Ann down the street. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma told you
Exactly.
go down the street and go borrow some sugar, or until I get my stamp, tell her let me hold some. You know that type of shit.
Mhm. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah, we
you speaking. You speaking some knowledge there, Russell. I have to agree with you on that, on some of that. Hey, Kyra, I'm about to call you another name. How you doing? And Bonnie T, who else came in and I didn't speak to? 41, how are you? Good to see you. Angelo, and who else? I think that was Uncle L. Okay, I got that. Yeah, but I have to agree with you on that. Now, do you guys agree with the fact that, I don't know if they used to say America was the richest country, but I don't, what do y'all think about that now? Do y'all still think it's the richest country or not?
no,
Go
they
ahead.
only say that because of our excuse me. We got the petrodollar, but it's really Saudi Arabia. We got the most billionaires and stuff like that, but shit, I just don't understand the logic. How can we be the richest when we got damn in the most debt? We trillions of
Hmm.
dollars in debt.
Hmm.
So but as far as where the money come from, that's where the oil gonna be at,
Hey,
and that's
T
over at the Middle
1000.
East.
Okay, CKJ, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not right. Right for that. Right for what? Like, if you want to come back up, you can. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm agreeing with him on as far as I feel like, take care of home first. Then you can, once you take care of home, you can help other people. But you have people in the United States that have a hard time finding a job. So, sometimes, what you say, Russell state your policies. Mm, I don't know. Russell, he just
Listen,
state.
man,
Hmm.
listen. I ain't got time for all that shit because I ain't finna get technical. I'm finna get real with it. Listen, this is what I'm finna tell you. Every year, cost of living goes up on every material. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? iPhone back in 2010 was probably like what, $500-600. Now that motherfucker damn near $2,000, right? Damn near close to it. When your
Hmm.
cost of living goes up, your pay supposed to go up with it. So that means you can maintain and pay for the things that's went up in price. When a
Right.
damn half a gallon of milk is 4 5 fucking dollars and your check don't add up, and we got so many people in debt right now because they got to use their credit cards in order to pay their rent, pay their insurance, pay for food, pay for gas. Everything is going up, but our pay is not going up. Do you understand
Right.
what I'm saying? So how can you maintain that and get everything that you need if all your motherfucking pay ain't going up? That don't make sense. I'm trying to make sense of what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I drive trucks. I go to some of these little towns. A lot of these towns is full of people that don't look like us, don't talk the same language, nothing. They even got illegals doing police activity, arresting citizens of the United States doing shit without a green card. You know
Damn.
what the hell? They tell me where they do that shit at. And if you don't
That's
believe me, look
crazy
it up.
right there.
Yeah, they'll tell. I promise you. Go look it up. In Arizona, they're hiring illegals to start doing police work to help policemen because they have a shortage.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's
So they're
crazy.
getting they're getting more rights than the people that's been here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make
Right.
any sense. So at the
Right.
end of the day, you can sit up there and spew all that policy shit, all this, all that. That's cool. At the end of the day, my nigga, the money, the math ain't mathing. You see what I'm saying? AI is growing more and more, so that's going to be more jobs gone.
You
Saying
you
from
know what I
that,
think it is though, Russell? It's a lot of people have it. See, once you get to a certain level of income, you start looking at money different. So back then, when I went making money like that, I was looking at stuff a little different. I thought it was rich and poor, and the poor people, the Democrats, and the rich people, the Republicans, and all that. I ain't really care about policy or none of that. I just went off of what I was told and what was taught to me. But as you start getting into certain levels of income, and I'm self-employed, so I'm owner and operator. And I look at what it took to operate my business per week, and that jumped up from a certain amount, and it doubled, and then it went up another $300-400 from what it had doubled. But my profit has only gone up maybe 7-8%. I'm looking at that. So what I'm trying to say is, unless you like really getting it out here, you ain't gonna really feel it. So people who like I'm feeling it now. So that's why I'm a little bit more engaged, and I'm looking at it like, hold on now, this was this right here, and then now this like that. So a lot of people, if you like on if the government taking care of you, they ain't really affected by it, man. You got, man, my auntie get $3,000, goddamn, got about 3,000 on her card because they roll the stamps over. You get what I'm saying? So she good. She can sell them stamps, make her $1,500. Rent, goddamn, probably $10. Light bill, vouchers and all that. You get what I'm saying? So they good. They living good. But the people who really spending money out here, paying house note, car note, truck note, daycare, all that, I ain't getting no assistance. So I feel it in my pockets now. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it
Yeah.
really people who really spending money out here is the ones who feeling it. If you ain't
Let
spending
me
no money, they really don't give a damn.
let me say this, real money, and I'm gonna understand that, but I got two parts to this, right? Okay, let's go back to what you first said. You said people who ain't spending money out here, you know what I'm saying? You say, yo, ain't it good right now? Yeah, her stamps rolling over. It's looking good. You know what I'm saying right now, right? You keep letting
Yeah.
them illegals, come in here. They're getting free housing for a year, and they also getting free government assistance. So a lot of these women, and you probably gonna see this because let's be real. Back in like 2000, what I'm gonna say either like 11, 12, right? It was numerous people that were selling stamps that you can find that was selling stamps, and we can go buy some from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't even really have that. I'm talking about people are tight with it because what they're doing is with that government assistance program, they have so much money in that program to where they can fund it out to regular people. Now, black people is not the biggest ones on that. It's them uncolored folks, right? That's why they can't let the system go because it's more of them that's on the system than us. But when you get these illegals coming over and they giving them free government assistance just to come over, guess what's going to happen? They're going to have to take away from you to give to them.
Yep, they
That's
gonna
going to
feel
be
it
the
then.
problem. Is that exactly? So while you sitting up there waiting on that check every month, you know what I'm saying? That's why they saying when we get old, well, I'm 60, so I'm almost there. But they
Damn.
when we
You
get
got down
old,
worse than Joe Biden, nigga.
when we get old, we won't have Social Security no more because the money is going to depreciate and it ain't going to be no more. Now, okay? So let me ask you this, Rare Money. You being a plumber, right? Before you even
Uh-huh.
go into that job and know what kind of job you doing, you already know your worth. You already know if it's gonna be a $30 an hour job or $100 hour job, right?
Yeah.
All right. So just say it's the market for that. It's always gonna be a market for a certain job. The
Mm-hmm.
market
That's
for
right.
that, the going rate for that job that they want you to do is probably you're probably charging like $40 an hour, right? What if they
No.
say, okay, no, but listen what I'm saying. Say it was a $40 an hour job, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the market for it. But what if they try to say, well, Rare Money, won't you just take $20 an hour? Would you do it?
I'd had to be honest with you. In some situations, I done had jobs like that. Some that market value that might be $1,200, and shoot, I probably had an up and down week or a slow week. I might do it for 800 or 900. So I done had
Because
instances.
that
It's already like that now. But I'm
okay,
not really gaining. I'm just trying to keep income coming in because material is still high. So I can't go
is
down
that
on material. I'm going down on the labor.
exactly. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Same thing in the streets, nigga. When it's a drought, nigga, guess what? Shit gonna go higher. You see what I'm saying? If everybody if the feds hit the streets, nigga, and swipe everybody up, ain't no more motherfucking dope, and it's only one nigga who got the product, nigga, he gonna raise the goddamn roof to it. And he gonna start breaking down smaller shit. He gonna turn you come them fiends come and say, hey man, give me a dime for something. He gonna give you a nick, and you gonna give him the $10 for that nick. Because the market is there, just that at the end of the day, ain't nobody else got nothing but this man. How bad do you want it? Well, guess what? The game's gonna always it's gonna work. So whatever job you don't do, guess what? Them essays, and this is the funny part about it. I always think about this. How the fuck does these motherfuckers, if they the poorest countries in the world, right? How the fuck these motherfuckers can come over here and build a whole fucking house, know how to build a whole fucking house, and nigga, I can't even put up a goddamn a door frame.
That's
That
because
shit.
they teach each other, man. They learning that stuff when they live. And when I say I'm feeling it, I'm feeling these motherfuckers being Home Depot and Lowe's buying pipe. So
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, in like 3 years now, and I done been on some projects where you got licensed electricians. Now the sheetrock and framing and flooring and all that, you might have the main guy that's licensed and he own the company and he got 4 5 people and he probably paid them $150 a day. Half of them might be illegal, but they you know what I'm talking about. You might got one guy that got the license to pull the permit and do what he need to do, and the other
yeah.
guys do it. But I'm like, now you got licensed electricians that's Migos. Now they taking up HVAC. And then in a minute, they gonna about down be down getting ready to try to get their master license for plumbing. And once they do that, they don't need the shit. The white man too. He gonna be out the door along with us because they coming in. They gonna be able to do your whole house. I can't tell you how many. I got Migo, real cool. He real good guy. He got 6-man crew, electrician, and HVAC guy. I'm the only black guy when we go and do a house together, and I do all the plumbing work. That's the me knowing how to do plumbing. They goddamn saving me, but shit, I be watching them to see if they goddamn watching to see how I do it, and I be hoping we got to pull the permit on it, cause I know they ain't got no license to pull no permit, so they get me saved or whatever on the job. Make sure I get the job, but they coming, bro. In about
But
three
but but
to
see,
4 years, they coming, bro.
exactly. And we got that's what I'm trying to tell this nigga here that was up on this panel. One more administration of this bullshit, nigga, it's over. Niggas ain't finna get nothing because see, why do you think? Listen, I'm from Texas. I know what they be doing. You see what I'm saying? When you get in front of those amigos and they'll speak English, but as soon as you get in front of them, they'll start speaking Spanish. So you can't understand what the fuck they talking about. You see what I'm saying? So with you being the only brother there, that now just think about this, nigga. You in Alabama, and you the only nigga on that motherfucker working, and the rest is nothing but amigos.
Yep,
That don't make no sense in Alabama.
yep.
Alabama, bro. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers flooding everything, and guess what? They're gonna take the lowest price because, like you said, when the market is low, they're gonna lowball what you specifically what your market is. They're gonna lowball you to get the
Bro,
job.
I can give you an example.
Yeah.
A guy that I do work for
Mm-hmm.
had had me come out there and bid for a house. I told him 4,000 parts and material. Guess who outbid to me?
Essay.
The Migos. And
Yeah.
guess what?
He
Guess what they charged him? 2,000.
yeah, and guess what's gonna happen? Cause see,
And
look,
guess
I'm
what?
gonna tell you,
But he had to call me back, and he still had to spend that because he was trying to talk me down and say, "Can I get you?" I was like, "Nah, all that shit they did wrong because they don't know what they doing, but they learning. You know, they just think you just glue pipes, but it's more to it than just goddamn gluing pipes together.
but
But they coming, bro. They coming, man.
no, 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 it ain't they
Russell,
coming. Go ahead, man. I'm
Russell,
sorry.
I wanted to ask you, do you kind of, it seemed like you have an issue, some type of issue with um,
The
Mexicans.
Migos.
Yeah, it
You
seems
talking
like you
about
have an
amigo?
issue.
No, no, I ain't got no issue with them. Yeah, but
Hmm.
see, this is the thing. This is the thing about it. This is the thing about it, on what y'all don't understand. And I'm hoping that y'all can understand. All
Hmm.
this like what your like what old buddy was saying, I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? If you like who you like, then vote for who you like. But to press somebody to try to vote for somebody because what all this policy and for the people, that's bullshit. These folks got a plan and they going with the plan. And that's just what it is. It ain't no motherfucking for the people. They can sit up there and sell you that bullshit. You got what Van Jones up there crying all the goddamn time. Boule Martin, uh, he getting paid under the table for him to ride with them folks. That's all it is. So these people got a plan on how they want this country to go within the next couple of years. And guess what? That plan is that's what they're going to succeed. They put the right people in place, that plan is gonna get help. Everybody felt like everybody went out and voted for Obama. All the black people voted for Obama, right? Because we felt like, oh, he gonna help a brother, or we want to see a brother in the office. Guess what?
Right.
He didn't help us. Guess who? Guess what community he helped the most? The LGBTQ, because they was the ones putting the money in his pocket. He would start coming up with the marriages and all that other shit and trying to push this and push that for them because they was paying him. See, that's what politics is. It's we get somebody, if we had the money, we can get like Selena, say she went to politics school or whatever. We can push Selena in there, put money behind her, and then if she get in office, she wins. Every policy that we want, she got to push because we the ones that put her in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, that's how it works. That's
That's
exactly
how
how it
this
works.
shit works. It ain't about who's this and who's that. Both of them ain't about shit. But guess what? Hey, listen, I'm gonna be 100% real. I voted for Joe Biden last time. He had 4 years to get the job done. Didn't do shit. Didn't do nothing. Just let this motherfucker go down in flames. It's over, bro. It's time to go somewhere else now. Let somebody else do something else. Only other choice is somebody else. Or just don't vote. That's it. But I'm not dealing with no motherfucking Kamala. I
That's
definitely
what I
not
was
doing
trying to
that.
tell old buddy though.
I'm not
I
doing
was
that
letting him
shit,
know
man.
we got he's saying that, and he was framing it like it's gonna be powerful. First black woman, which she ain't black, but you know people don't really care about that. She looked like a light skinned woman. And the president, the men gonna get behind her, the young folks and all that. And I'm like, we done seen that movie before. And we done seen that goddamn that race car movie before. All this is recent. This ain't like it was 50 years ago or 20 years ago. We done seen that. And what I'm saying is you got people now, it's so messed up out here. Now it went messed up like that when it was messed up, but stuff went as high as it is now. Nigga was able still to survive, you know, on their once a month income. Nigga can't survive no more now. So it's people looking at their pockets now and their bank accounts, their retirement, all that. They people we they looking at it now and they like, nah, you tricked me last time, bro. And then he tricked me, and y'all finna come in. So I'm saying that you gonna get your traditional people who gonna, but the young folks ain't going for that shit. If you really do some research and you get on the internet and you be looking, these young folks ain't going for that no more. And yeah, you're gonna get the ones that's connected to them groups and they gonna be pushing that black power stuff and all that. That shit don't get us nowhere. It ain't got us nowhere forever. It's time to vote for your pockets. It's
Rap,
time to vote for goddamn who right and wrong. You know, that's what it's time to vote for. And if ain't there one on shit, you might well goddamn get ready to get your water packed up and your survival kit.
okay. Movado 41 said, "Do y'all realize it takes more than 4 years to clean up what the others have effed up?"
That's
Yeah,
true.
we know that. We know that. We dealt with Bush.
Hmm. Okay. What you have to say, CKJ?
So let me give you let me ask you something. Are me and you cool?
Yeah, we cool, but you was
Okay.
calm.
I'm asking for a reason. Because
Yeah.
I came up here and I specifically set out what I believe in. I didn't never
Hmm.
put nobody to vote for nobody. I clearly stated that I'm a socialist and I voted for who? Bernie Sanders. Okay, I'm not
Right.
going to argue politics because I'm just going to put it this way. That would be easy. That's like cooking barbecue chicken with this guy right here. Okay, I'm just going to keep it real. Okay, so all I'm going to say is this. When somebody comes up here and they want to speak on what I said, just do me the courtesy and have them be factual. Don't come up here pushing the narrative of my words. Because if you want that word, I will give it to you, Russell, and I guarantee you can't handle it. I'm
Well,
out.
CKJ, listen, this is my platform. That's why I put the link in the chat so you could come back up if you have something to say. This is a discussion. We're just talking. It's nothing. We're not having it's not an argument. It's just we have different ways of thinking about things, or different perspectives. So that's why I put the link in the chat so you could come back up and state what you want to say. Of
So,
I mean, I
Selena,
don't know.
can I say something real quick? You don't mind?
Well, let's see if he finished first. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you finished, okay, with saying what you need to say, or what? What do you? Or you want him to go ahead and speak? I can't hear you.
And he gone. I wanted to say this to respond to that person who said that the Senate is what count. Then how you saying Biden didn't do anything? He didn't do nothing, and all he had, and if it was that case, all he had to do was maintain that what was already in place. But when you start going green and pushing this deal, and then you couldn't raising taxes and all that stuff like that, this is the ripple effect of what all that done. He did do something. He made everything higher. It
Yeah.
went like this before he got in there. And I know people can say COVID and all that, but he ran off of that's what he ran off of. Making it better, doing this for COVID and shots and all that. But what I'm gonna tell you what they did to y'all. They had y'all Orange Man bad, and we gonna beat Orange Man, and they really did tell y'all what they really was gonna do. They were just trying to get him up out of the chair. That's all. That was their whole plan. Get him up out of the chair, and then do it. Because they real goal is to eliminate the middle class, and it's just gonna be rich and poor. And that's what's
That,
going on now.
but
And to be honest, it ain't even no more middle class for real. That's damn near almost gone. That was their goal, and that's what they doing now. All you
This
had to
is,
do was maintain what you had, or do what you said you was gonna do.
go ahead, Selena. I'm gonna wait on you.
hey, Gamma. Um, mm, she 41 said how you saying Biden didn't do anything?
He
Yeah,
didn't.
you late, Selene. I just answered it.
Yeah,
No,
he
that's
just
what
answered your
this.
question.
I know you saying, but I'm just reading it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause they ran off of Orange Man bad, and we got to get him up out of here. He got a lot of hate, and he a bad man, and he a criminal. That's what they ran off of in George Floyd. They ran off of that, and they ran off of he let the get out of control. That's those are all the things that we kept hearing over and over and over again. So
Mhm.
that's what they ran off of, and then they had that Green Deal and fossil fuels and going electric and all that, and raising the taxes and all that. And this is a resort of all that stuff that they did. He did do something. He made goddamn everything higher. When we was what the other dude was in, they opened up the borders and let the floodgates of goddamn Migos come through here. So they did do something. When you got to think about everything has ripple effects when you start doing that. When you start pushing the factory jobs overseas, T-Mobile call in, you talking to people who you barely can understand when you call them Verizon and T-Mobile and them and call centers. That them jobs was in the United States. They pushed all them jobs overseas. All the factory jobs that we was having, they pushed them out. They get rid of this stuff. So when you do that, the jobs go down and all that stuff like that. So it's but now they saying that that the jobs is up. But I don't know, man. I don't believe that they say, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm just saying.
Hey, hey, can I?
Mhm. Go ahead, Russell.
No, I just want to respond to your boy. What's his name? See what? I don't want to get it wrong.
CKJ.
Okay, CKJ. Let me tell you something, bro. Nah, I don't want no smoke with you, but I mean, at the end of the day, you might know policy, but you just don't know common sense. That's just my opinion. Now, you wanna now I apologize about I thought you said, you was voting for Kamala. You said you wanted Bernie Sanders. Okay, so you want a man who was older than Biden, had a bad heart at the time. What he wanted to do was take away from the rich and give to the poor, uh, and recycle the money like that. But also, he didn't have the balls to stick into the race when he was obviously the favorite and just gave it to Hillary. Well, that's a great choice, but I digress. But look here, check this out though. Rare Money said it accordingly. Let's be real. If COVID did not happen, Trump would still be president because the economy was doing great at the time. Everybody was eating. Everybody was okay. Only thing they didn't like about Trump was that he say what the fuck he want to say. That's on his mind. That's why a lot of people don't like him. Okay, Real Money
It
is
was a,
right. They're
it
trying
was
to
a
cut
lot
the
of
middle.
it was. I
They're
was gonna say this too. Somebody said it earlier. I think Farmer Nancy said it. What happened to all the police shooting still going on, but they made an emphasis on televising those shoes, creating that race thing, race war between those. And then they took down all the racist statues. They took away the ancient mammoth sir. That damn sir don't even taste the same no more. That black lady ain't on now. They did think about that. The stuff that we had, they got us so brainwashed and tricked. Uncle Ben's rice, all the stuff that we had black faces on, they took that away. But that was because they said it was racist, but we ain't got that black. But you still got
Well,
Quaker oat on the oatmeal. You get what I'm just think about this stuff, man. How they got us worried about the wrong stuff, man. When we supposed to be goddamn worried about putting money in our pockets. I like money, putting money in our pockets. And we worried about goddamn how somebody make us feel. I'd rather you call me a Negro in my face than to hug me and call me a Negro and stabbing me in my back the whole time, keeping me down. Tell me I'm a Negro in my face. Okay, I'm a Negro. I know how to deal with you. Let me stay back. I'm gonna stay over here. You stay over there. I can respect that. But the hug me and you been stabbing me in my back since I've been in this country. I don't want to deal with you. And that's what's been going on. And people
okay.
don't act like they can't see it.
Well, let me read this. It said 41 says, well, unemployment is down, student loans forgiveness, the first black woman Supreme Court justice,
oh man,
lowered
these
medication prices, etc., etc., etc. It says the economy was not the great. He the reason the country is in debt now. I guess she's talking about Trump. She
what?
says,
First
why?
of all, go ahead. I'm
Let me
sorry,
read
man.
this because it says, well, this guy's a pathological liar. No points being made. These narratives twisters aren't nothing but liars. Okay, I put the link in the chat. So, but I really, I
Yeah,
didn't want to go into this kind of thing. To be honest with you, I was just saying how we have more to worry about in the world rather than the reality shows that we see on here. That's all I'm saying. And then this conversation took legs and ran. So I kind of don't. Sometimes talking about politics and religion can be a risky thing for some apparent reason. People get very
Mhm.
passionate, and there's misunderstandings that happen, and people have different opinions, and it just causes a lot of mess. You know what I'm saying? When um, it's not supposed to. I feel like we all can have a difference of opinion without just and have passion by it, but understand that this is just a conversation. This is not. We're not. It doesn't need to be no disrespect and nothing like that. So maybe we should just kind of go another direction at this point.
Yeah, what you
Um,
want to talk about?
yeah, because this is just. I mean,
Yeah,
people
it
are
get
not gonna
like
be.
that.
I
It
Mhm.
get like that when you like you said you talk about religion and politics. It get like that, and I'm learning now, man. People are already set in their ways and they um way of thinking. I'm just so tired of us doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. and then we keep complaining about it, but we keep doing the same damn thing. Oh, and I'm so over that. So that'd be my
Mhm.
whole reason why I get up here and try to at least give people a different perspective, and they don't have to agree with it. Just go and look up, man. He said that. Let me look up that and see what he talking about. But some people, they don't even care about that. They already got they frame of mind the way they thinking. A lot of people got closed minds, so they don't want to. And pride get in the way too. So I like to learn information. I don't think I know everything. Somebody tell me something and I didn't know, I'm gonna go and look it up. And if it checks out, I learned something new every. You know that saying, you learn something new every day. That's how I am. I want to learn something new every day. I want to be wise. I don't want to
All
be
right.
prideful and think I know everything and I close my mind and then you develop narcissistic traits like that. So
I'm over
that's
here
all.
eating.
But
Look, I'm over here eating, enjoying myself. I'm halfway listening and halfway enjoying the food. So I hope y'all didn't hear me smacking. So
no, you put it
uh,
on mute and dip that chicken in that gravy.
yeah. So I'm just like I some of that stuff. Like I said, I was so into my chicken, but yeah, it's all good. Like I said, the point of the live was we as people we got responsibilities. We got a lot of things that we are going to be held accountable for how we move in real life, even on this app. That was the point of me doing the live. And when you have a lot going for you, don't squander it on foolishness. That was the point of the live.
Hmm.
Um, so that's what I was hoping people would grasp more than Camilla and and Trump and all of that, because this is gonna be a big event whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? So um we just have to keep our eyes open, and sometimes we just have to be open to the possibility maybe we're wrong on some things, maybe we're right. He's saying that he would rather have a convicted SA and what's it and thief running the country, and that he's okay with people losing money. And then you said lesser of two evils. That's why I say we really, yeah.
Man,
Thank you.
come
Yeah,
on, man. What
Yeah.
what
yeah.
what 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 we really see? That's the problem right here, Selena, man. Black
Mhm,
folks, man, we getting our own way because we getting our feelings. You see what I'm saying? Just because you had an opinion about something and then I disagree with your opinion and stated mine, now you in
mhm,
your feelings about stuff, man. Listen, man, I don't want to keep hearing all this man, this United States was built on crime. Everything was
mhm,
built on crime, man. Them politicians stealing from. Man, hell, Bill Clinton was getting head in the goddamn White House. What you mean? On his wife. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, but like I said, I do understand. I'm not trying to save the ones who don't want to listen. If that's what you want to do and you just want to go along with the crowd, then keep doing you, bro. I ain't got no
no,
problem with that.
Russell,
But
that's not the same person that's saying
Yeah, that's
this. It's
somebody else,
somebody.
Russell.
okay, but still, this is what I'm finna say, and I'm finna get up off of here. This is what I'm finna say. This is the problem, and I told you the other night, Selena, what I hate the most. I hate them sellout, bootlicking ass dudes, brothers that come to the community and try to sell us out to them folks. I don't care what president gets in office because just like how they pushed Biden out, who pushed him out? The
Mhm,
donors, the people who was donating the money. They didn't want him to be in office no more. That's why he resigned. You see what
mhm,
I'm saying? But at the end of the day, money talks. And guess what? Because he's president of the United States, he still got a boss because somebody who's paying them bills and paying up under the table to get them the policies they want, that's who he got to go with. And that's just the bottom line. It doesn't
mhm,
matter. It doesn't matter what position you in. You still gonna have to work for somebody else because the people with the money is the ones that's gonna run the country. Period. It doesn't
right.
matter. So they behind the scenes, but they got puppet strings on the dude who's running the whole show. So, like I say, man, y'all can stay in y'all feelings. Y'all can sit up there and say, I don't like whoever you don't want to vote for. That's fine. But like I say, and I'm gonna tell you just like this, and just what old school cat told me long time ago. You keep thinking like that, and when you don't get the results that you feel like you're gonna get, don't complain about it, because you had a
Mhm.
chance to really think about the situation and not get in your feelings about what happened. You have a
Mhm.
chance to really sit down and think instead of just going out. The middle class is over with. It's going to be rich or poor, and more than likely, most black people are going to be on the poor end unless you like going to them Diddy parties. And I'ma holler at you.
Thank you,
All
Russell. I
right,
appreciate
let's go.
it. All right, 41. I get you. I hear you. 41. So next time, I don't know if you hit panels 41, but you're always welcome to come up and
Yeah,
have a discussion. That would be really good to have somebody that sees it in another way. So thank you so much for your participation in the chat. Forgive me for being in and out today. Like I said, after I finished saying what I was going to say, like I said, this conversation went another way. So that's kind of why I stay on the surface when it comes to this kind of stuff, because you know uh, people be feeling away, right? So
yeah. Selena, though, let me ask you this: why see that we have to hide the way we feel, like the way we really feel. I think that's what's wrong with the world. Like we have to hide the way
right,
we really. Like I feel like you can really tell how you really feel and be respectable about it. That's that other whoever has a problem or issue with it. That's on them. They have issues with you just
mhm,
stating your opinion or the way you feel about a situation. Same thing if it was the opposite situation and they was telling me how they feel and I didn't agree with it, I'm still gonna sit there and I'm gonna be respectful enough and I'm not gonna get mad at them or try to cancel them like this cancel culture thing and all that. It's ruining the world because you really can't tell how you really feel. You can't say certain stuff. Like, you know how 10 years ago you can say how you really feel 10, 15 years ago. Now you got to goddamn keep it below 50%. If you go over,
yeah,
people be looking at you like you crazy. And that's scary and that's sad.
it really is. That's why I say, it may be something on here that somebody don't agree with, and instead of them, just calming down and understanding that everybody has a different way of doing things. They're not going to do it the way you want them to do it, but people, they get it, they'll get upset, they'll unsubscribe and say all types of stuff. So it's like, you kind of, when you dealing with people, you kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't, for the most part, and I done got to a point now. It's like, if you want to be mad because I didn't do what you or how you wanted me to do it, that's on you. I'm not doing all that. So
Yeah. But
and I know 41 in my delivery, I try to be as respectful as possible, but sometimes you can be respectful and try to stay out the way and allow people to express themselves. Still, people will still get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't handle it the way they wanted you to handle a situation.
yeah,
And I think that's kind of crazy, but that's just how some folks are, and that's just what they gon' I mean, they can be that way.
yeah.
Um, it's not that serious.
I
But
think it's because we've taken conversation away. It's a lot of texting, emailing.
mhm,
Um, for the most part, with communication, dating out, all that stuff like that. People are socially awkward now, so I don't think people really know how to have conversations for real. For real, it's they didn't. We in a weird world right now. I don't know, man. People just don't know how to have conversations no more. Back then, you remember the John Who show, whatever it was called. the little white TV host, and he had Farrakhan. He had all kind of different people on there. And they had different opinions, and the crowd to get into it and all. They had
Mhm.
conversations. The Montel Williams show, all them shows back in the '80s and the '90s. They took that away from us. At least we was able to talk about it and say,
Mhm.
well, this is my opinion on it, and then the other party will say this their opinion. You have a conversation. But when you take conversation away and you go goddamn years without really telling how you feel to a certain point, man, it's straight chaos.
Wow. I know people are saying it's how you say it. You can say things. I've been in positions where I have said things the nicest, try to be respectful as much as I can and fair. And you still will have people that will get mad at you on whatever. Like I say, it's you can. Sometimes it is delivery, but sometimes it's just people be in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, um, we it's every. I'm not gonna say nobody's feelings are valid because they are, but um, if you can't have a conversation, or you get so upset when things are not seeming like they are going in the direction you want them to, there's no need for to get upset like that. Like I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm just really at the point now to where um sometimes I just wanna just I say less, but sometimes I just be like, I don't give a damn. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? People can really take you there to where it's like, if you feel that way, bye. Shit.
yeah.
Shit. I
And what's the point too? A lot of times you be like, "What's the point? I know I ain't gonna get through," or sometimes it's like that too. But it
yeah.
is what it is. You right though. It is what it is now at that point. God damn it. Only thing we can do is change our household, get our own house in order, and go from there. We ain't gonna change the world. We ain't gonna change none of that. We just make sure our people straight and live. That's the point I'm at now. I
You
still
said
try to, you still want to try to help people. But I'm on the point now where you want to try to help people that want to be helped.
right. Gamma said if people mad about you bringing your thoughts in a respectful way, then they may just be wanting a problem. Yeah, sometimes it could be that. You said Farrakhan, Dog the Walk, Donahue, and his audience. I don't. What that was back in the early '90s when that
Yeah,
happened.
he been on there like 4 5 times. You need to look it up.
Mhm.
Dr. Francis Chris Walker, you need to look her up too.
Mhm.
Somebody can put it in the chat for you. She was a psychiatrist and she was real. She was on it too. Like they used to go to them shows and them folks used to be at them, but she was able to get her point across whether they listened to her or not. Them that the information was out there. You always want to get information. Like goddamn,
Mhm.
I listen to somebody who in my head I know they don't know what the hell they talking about, but I still listen to them, and I might still can learn something from them. So
Mhm.
I always had that in me, and it make you wiser and it have you with an open mind. Um, where nobody can't really pull no wool over your eyes. I always want
Right.
to learn.
41 said, just try to educate people around you and leave your feelings at the door. Facts speak volumes. Some folks just want to argue.
That's true.
That's very true. Dr. Francis Cress Wilsing.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, CAC. I
Wilsing.
be pushing it up them names, boy. I appreciate y'all. I know I appreciate it.
She already know who it is.
Yeah.
I have to you said so look her up.
Yeah, she got some videos on YouTube. All the way back from the '60s when she first started with her experiment. Well, it's man, it's off the chain. That right
Hmm.
there had you thinking, and it really give you some insight, and then some stuff that you probably already had questions to, or some stuff you probably had. answers to you. Like, damn, that makes sense right there. I always wanted that. Blah 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 and all that. It just it makes she makes you think.
What do you think about what I was saying earlier about when you have when I was talking about too much is given, much is required, and that we as people have a responsibility not only to ourselves but to others as well on the message that we bring to people and how we maneuver on YouTube and off of YouTube. What do you feel about that?
I think that's true. I think
Okay.
you if you got a message and you got stuff and you really speaking facts, then it's going you have a lot of responsibility with that. Not saying that you got to be over people and then like that, but you got a lot of responsibility. It's a lot to it. But I gotta get off of here, Selena.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop in the chat. I gotta get this stuff out the truck. And
Okay.
I'll talk to you later on the panel.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
All right, bye.
money.
All right.
Guys, I appreciate you for coming. This was a longer live than I have done in a while. But if you want to see what I had to say, it's at the very beginning. And basically, like I say, don't squander what you have been given. If you've been blessed to have uh, a source of information, you have a talent of researching different things. You have a talent of hospitality. Whatever your talents and gifts are that God has given you, you have to be a better steward of those things. You know what I'm saying? So that was the basis of this whole live. And like I said, too much is given, much is required. So um, you have to be a better steward of what you do with the gifts and talents, what you do with your time. Um, if you're a content creator, how you express yourself to make sure that you are not spewing, negativity or foolish as much. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have our days. So, um, but we're responsible for that as well. I appreciate you guys for joining. Those who joined the panel, those who interacted in the chat, and those that did not like any of it. And at least press the like button. I would appreciate it. But I do appreciate everybody that took time to come by and just to say hello, press the like button, and just being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Hardaway. I appreciate you, and I hope y'all have a good night. And I'll be back Friday. We're gonna be doing Friday. I gotta do the live. We're gonna do Sister Talk on Friday. So guys, y'all check that out. And those who want to join the panel, you are more than welcome to join the Sister Talk panel that that I'll be having Friday. Like I said, come one, come all. It'll be an open panel for women that want to have a conversation. We're going to be talking about today. We're going to be, Friday, we're going to be talking about betrayal in friendships. So the Sister Talk will be talking about betrayal in friendships, how that looks, how you deal with it. Is very important, and learning not to betray another person. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about amongst other things. So please come by and or come up, either one. So love you, Reese's Pieces. I'm finna chill out and enjoy the rest of my evening, and I hope you guys do too. Like, share, and subscribe, and always push the notification button so when I am live, you will know it. I appreciate you guys. Love you to Reese's Pieces. Bye.